Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi. My name is Lauren and on my channel we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be presenting you a list of the best coats for fall and winter 2025. I have tried to select different models, different brands, different levels of warmth at various price points. So if you're curious to see what my picks are, then please keep on watching. So my first pick is going to be this gorgeous Moncler Cleon jacket in white. And a small disclaimer before we start this video, this jacket is actually not my jacket, but rather it is a coat that has been very kindly gifted to me by a fake factory. I've collaborated with them in the past many times on real versus fake videos, and I've always been very pleased and very impressed with the quality of their items. Here once again, this coat looks just like the real thing. I actually do have 4 authentic Moncler jackets in my own personal collection, and I feel like it looks and feels just like the real thing. It is incredibly warm, incredibly cozy. It is very true to size, so very easy to order online. So if you are interested in getting this particular jacket or pretty much anything from the fake factory, they obviously have different models of Moncler jacket, but also other clothing as well. They also have bags, shoes, accessories, and more. So if you're interested in getting anything from the fake factory, then I will go ahead and leave all of the relevant information in the description box of the video down below for you, along with the coupon code. So like I said before, this is the Moncler Cleon jacket. It's in white and then features a black belt around the midsection. I really love this jacket. I feel like the level of warm is really warm, but it's not super puffy. You don't look like a Michelin guy with this jacket, which I really appreciate. And then white makes it seem very elegant, very classy, girly, you know, very kind of light and easy to wear. I absolutely love the fur. I have to say that's probably what impresses me the most about this jacket. I love fur in general. Like I said before, I have 4 authentic Moncler jackets. 2 of them have a real fur on them, and this feels just like it. And looks-wise, it's like so soft. And so Moncler just stopped carrying real fur at their stores. And honestly, I do not like their new furs at all. I don't feel like they look good. I don't feel like they look realistic. They are not even soft. And this one is like so soft. It is so perfect. So I really love the look of this jacket. I love the fact that it has the belt at the midsection. It kind of like sucks you in and really highlights like, you know, your waist area. So if you're thin, this looks really nice. It's very cozy, very warm, has a bunch of different pockets that you can like store stuff in. So if you don't feel like carrying a handbag, it's definitely possible with this jacket. I feel like it has a lot of possibilities in terms of outfits. I mean, you know, it's an outside jacket, so pretty much anything looks good with that. I really love this one. The next pieces are going to be pieces that I do not currently have in my collection. So I will be including pictures either here or here. And my next pick is going to be a piece from Burberry. It's the Burberry Kensington Heritage Trench in mid-length and color honey. And this particular piece currently retails for $2,850 plus tax. I feel like this is an essential to have in a wardrobe. It is so incredibly classy, incredibly timeless. Burberry is the brand for trench coats, and I feel like especially in the fall you will still wear a trench coat. I know I started off strong with the Moncler jacket, like super wintry, but you know, in the fall you will still wear a trench coat here and there when it's raining or when the climate is still kind of mild outside. Then this one is really perfect. I love the color. The color honey is so rich. It's so like, you know, it's light but dark at the same time, if that makes sense. It's kind of like the perfect in between. And then, you know, I mean, trench coat is like super effortlessly chic, goes perfectly with like a pair of pants and rain boots in like a more casual setting, but also works perfectly over like a little black dress for, you know, going out or something like that. I really feel like you can't go wrong with a Burberry trench coat, to be honest. I'm not very fond of the really full length ones. This is why I've recommended a mid-length. I think that it looks better on me, at least. When I wear the full length ones, I've tried them on in the store, and they look super big just because of how tall I am. So it's a little too much. I think it highlights my height a little too much to my taste. So I really like the mid-length one. I feel like it's, you know, it's still easily wearable, and then you can still kind of see what you have underneath, which I really appreciate. So, you know, in case you need to highlight like a little leg or something like that, and that's definitely feasible. So I really like this choice for, you know, of course, preferably for autumn, or for, maybe, why not, like winter in Florida. That sounds really nice right now. My next one will be a pick from MaxMara. It's the MaxMara Nisa coat, and it retails for $3,520 plus tax. So I actually was very surprised. I was under the impression that MaxMara coats were going to be much more expensive than that. Don't get me wrong, it is very pricey. And I do have some Burberry wool and cashmere coats. This is why I'm not getting it, or, you know, I haven't even really gone to the store to try this on. But it looks so stunning. I love the fact that it's a wraparound coat, so it features a belt to close it. So kind of similar to the Moncler jacket that I showed you earlier. I really like having an element of like a belt so that, you know, you can look a little bit more snug at the mix section. I really like highlighting my weight. That's something that's important for me because, you know, I don't know. I feel like I can quickly look like a Michelin little guy, and I'm trying to avoid that, especially being tall. It's always kind of like a struggle. So I really appreciate the belt here. I mean, MaxMara coat, kind of similar to the Burberry ones, or an absolute essential. The color here really is stunning, goes well with everything. I have not tried this particular piece on, like I said before, but I have tried other MaxMara coats throughout the year and have never really pulled the trigger, but I've noticed that they are incredibly soft. I would say probably softer than a Burberry. Now, the one thing that I'm a little iffy about is the warmth level. So obviously this is like a longer type of coat, because it's cashmere. It's definitely more suited for, you know, winter, same with the wool. So this really makes it such that like you will only wear this really in the winter time, otherwise you would look ridiculous. But I'm not really sure that this coat is actually that warm. When it's time for winter for me, I really prefer to wear, you know, a Moncler jacket or a Canada Goose jacket, something maybe a little bit more sporty, but at least I'm warm. I really hate being cold, and so I would feel like maybe with this MaxMara coat, I would be cold. I would definitely keep it more for like, you know, from walking to, from the restaurant to the valet or something like that, for like really, really short distances when you're not outside that long, but like, I'm sure that the wow factor is super. My next choice is a Canada Goose Expedition Parka, and this particular piece retails for $1,950 plus tax. So speaking of warmth level, this jacket will definitely be warm. I do have one piece from Canada Goose. I do have a parka from them, but it's not this particular model. The one that I have is called a Victoria Down Jacket, and you can't find it anymore. But honestly, it is one of my favorite coats. I really wear it in like the deep, deep winter, and so this is why, you know, I was trying to find something similar. I would wear this Expedition Parka in the deep of the Canadian winter. It sounds perfect for that, honestly. The price is still reasonable, though I will say I realized that I actually paid mine like something like 900 Canadian dollars, but this was, you know, back in the day when they weren't like super trendy yet. So I love the fact that it features a fur. I feel like I've said that before, but for me, furs are kind of like an essential. I really tend to associate that with like winter and fall. It makes it a little bit more feminine, even though, let's face it, this jacket is not super feminine. It definitely is something very sporty, but I feel like all of us girls need like a sporty coat. You know, like a coat that you wear when you know that you'll be outside for a really long time, like aka not when you're going to be on a date, not when you're going to be trying to impress somebody, but you know, like on the opposite, like when you are like walking for like 20 kilometers in New York City or something like that in January. I mean, I would prefer to have this coat than having like the MaxMara coat, for example. So I feel like for me, being warm is really, really important. Canada Goose is extremely durable. I've had my jacket for like 8 or so years and it still looks chef's kiss, like almost brand new. Next, and already last on this list, we have yet another piece from Moncler. I cannot just have one. It's the Moncler Gani vest, and it retails for $1,025 plus tax. So I feel like so far I've only shown you like kind of warm or super warm even coats, and I haven't really shown you a whole lot of like in between for like transitional type of seasons, maybe aside from the trench coat. So this I really like. It is a vest. It is actually something that I plan on getting, so stay tuned for the unboxing part. I really feel like I need this in my collection. Like I've said earlier in this video, I do have some Moncler authentic pieces that I really like, and having this vest for me would be like my next step. I would wear it over, you know, the Lululemon, what is it called? I forgot. The Lululemon jacket, you know, that every basic girl has, aka me, in white. And so I would wear it on top of that. I feel like that would look so, so good. I would wear it inside as well as outside. I feel like sometimes at work, the temperature fluctuates a lot throughout the day, so it's really easy to be super warm, so I need kind of like layers that I need to be able to remove. But then in the morning, I don't know why, it's freezing, and like I need something. And you know, it'd be really weird if I were to sit like in like a full-size Moncler jacket or like the full-size like coat, you know, like a wraparound coat. It'd be a little weird. But a vest I feel like is very kind of easygoing, very sporty, goes well with everything. I really, really like this piece. I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea and that a lot of people feel like it looks too finance bro-y. Obviously, you know, they did start the trend, but I'm not a finance bro. I'm not a bro even at all, so I feel like this doesn't really apply, but I really like this piece and I feel like I am going to add it to my collection super soon. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was beneficial and informational for you. In case you were looking at acquiring a new coat for this fall and winter seasons of 2025, I really feel like these are all great choices. Like I said before, I tried to select different price points, different brands, different styles of coats. So once again, if you are interested in getting this particular Moncler white crayon jacket, or pretty much anything from the Fake Factory, I would highly recommend that you check them out because I am thoroughly impressed with the quality. So once again, I will go ahead and leave all of the relevant information in the description box of the video down below for you, along with the coupon code. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.